What's up, guys? My name is Josh and you're watching TMG Josh. What's up, guys? This is the ASUS ZenWatch 2 review. I've been using the ASUS ZenWatch 2 as a daily driver watch for me for a couple months now. I bought it back right before Christmas. It's great. I got the gunmetal version or the bigger version with the leather strap. Anyway, great watch. I've loved it so far. Tells the time great. Does everything I want to. I can text, call, check my email with it, delete emails, just any kind of little general things that I didn't want to use my phone for. I can basically do this. It also tracks my steps, keeps me in shape, and you can set that. Anyway, there's two different models. So you can get the larger version, the 1.63 inch, and that has a screen of 320 by 320, pretty solid size. That's the one I have. Then there's also the 1.45 inch, which is a 280 by 280 screen. Anyway, it's got 2.5D curved Gorilla Glass. It's great. The larger one has a 400 milliamp hour battery, and the smaller one has a 300 milliamp hour battery. In about 30 minutes, I can charge this thing about halfway up. In about an hour, I can charge this thing fully. It has a cool connector that's a magnetic connector. And you can't really do it wrong because it'll push you away if you do it wrong. You just kind of let it fall in and it'll slot right into the charging area. Has Bluetooth 4.1 and Wi-Fi capabilities. I connect it to my phone like you're supposed to. Use the Android. The Google apps are better than the Android apps I've seen so far. There's a couple of different Android, like you need the ZenWatch Manager app, but the Google apps are much better for customization, and you get better screens and stuff like that. You can replace the straps. There's rubber, leather, and then metal. I've got the leather one. I like that better because it feels nicer on my wrist. The watch works great. You can design your own screen faces and different things like that. And also, there's a small speaker on it, so like it'll notify you when it's charging. You can set it for notifications for text, calls, different things like that. It vibrates on your wrist certain ways for calls and then certain ways for text too. So it's like quick vibrations on mine for a text, and then it's slow like once every like half a second for calls, and that'll repeat until the call is ended. So like that one I'll really feel if someone's calling me, which is nice. I can pick up the phone from there. There's a speaker. As far as texting and inputting text into the watch, it's talk to text, but it has a phenomenal microphone. It's not like your normal phones and like picking up software that doesn't read it right and it'll tell you wrong words and stuff. It actually has phenomenal microphone capabilities so that it can hear every word precisely and write it out precisely. Works great for that. Battery life is great. I usually charge it about once every 2 days, and it'll last me for that. I recommend if you do pick up this watch, get some kind of like black type or darker type like background on it, because that'll save the battery tremendously. It doesn't have to put out as much power. You can adjust the brightness on it. There's 5 different levels, 1 through 5, 1 being the lowest and 5 being the highest, and it gets pretty bright. I usually keep it on 1, and it works for everything. I can be outside, I can be inside. That one's even on lowest settings. It's great. I kind of wish it went lower though. As far as the storage, it has 4 gigabytes of onboard storage. That's for all the little apps that you have, tracking your steps, different things like that. You can connect like Spotify to it, and I can adjust like the songs and stuff on my watch. Same thing with Google Play Music, so you can, anything that's on your phone, you can play music through that. You can also connect headphones and any other Bluetooth device along with the watch to your phone, which is nice. It has 512 megabytes of RAM with a Snapdragon 400 processor, which is actually solid. It doesn't get hot, but it doesn't lag or doesn't get slow. It's real nice. That's about it. It's AMOLED screen, touchscreen with 16 million colors, which is nice. Keeps everything so vibrant and each color different. Just looks great in general. It works for iPhone and Android. That is something to note. So you can get the Android like Wear app on your iPhone. Also works for Apple. Works for Android. I mean, Google, like the Droid versions, because it's Android itself. But yeah, doesn't have any camera. Any of the sounds plays through MP3 or WAV, which is nice. And yeah, that's about it. It's, like I said, for the bigger one, it's a 400 milliamp hour battery and a 300 milliamp hour battery. Doesn't need something too large, and like I said, I usually charge it about once every 2 days, but I don't even need to. Just because it lasts for so long. By the end of those 2 days, it's down to about 40%. And that's from like constant use throughout the day, from me texting and calling and all that. So you could probably go for longer. I could probably charge it every 3 days, but I just kind of keep it at every 2 days, keep it near my bed, good to go. Wake up every morning, put it on. Yeah, it's nice. It can also track your sleep through different apps, but I don't usually need it for that. I don't really need to track my sleep, so I don't use that. But yeah, love the watch. You can pick it up for anywhere from $160 to about $100, depending on what the sale's going on. Amazon usually has it for pretty cheap, and there's also interchangeable watch bands, which is nice. So say you buy like the gunmetal like I have, and it has the leather, you can swap that out for a metal band if you want. Whatever works for everybody else. Has a nice clip that like undoes itself. If you press 2 buttons, then it clicks right back into shape. So yeah, overall good watch. Love it. Has a great battery life. It's different than all those. It's more expensive. I think this is such a better price to performance watch because it does everything I want it to. Plus, it's at a cheaper price versus the different ones that like any of the Google watches that are $200+, any of the Windows watches, anything like that. The Motos. I love this one so much better. So, anyway, yeah.